Okay, you guys, so more details are coming out about the death of Malcolm Jamal Warner. Now, if you're not up to date, on Sunday, July the 20th, he ended up losing his life. Now, he was enjoying what should have been a peaceful vacation in Costa Rica with his wife and 8-year-old daughter. Now, the family was at the beach in Limon, Costa Rica, which is a very beautiful but dangerous stretch of coastline known for its powerful currents. So what we didn't know at first is Malcolm was in the water and swimming with his 8-year-old daughter when all of this happened. So that means that both he and his daughter got caught up in this rip current. So when some nearby surfers saw all of this commotion going on, they ended up jumping in the water to help. Now, one of the surfers managed to save Malcolm's daughter, thank God. He got her back to safety using a surfboard. And Malcolm also got pulled back to shore, but tragically, he didn't make it. He was unresponsive even by the time they got him back on shore. Now, emergency responders did perform CPR for 45 minutes straight, but despite their heroic efforts, y'all, he did not make it. Now, the Costa Rican National Police confirmed that his cause of death was asphyxia, which is basically drowning. So this man basically saved his daughter's life, because you cannot tell me that this man was not in that water trying to save his daughter. I mean, that is so heartbreaking. Just imagine what his daughter went through. I mean, she was swimming with her father, probably having the time of their lives on vacation, when all of a sudden something very unpredictable happened and they were both fighting for their lives, y'all. I can't even imagine. And that's something that is going to be embedded in her mind for the rest of her life. So my heart really goes out to his baby girl. My heart goes out to his wife and his family, y'all. Rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. But let's go ahead and switch gears a bit. Okay, you guys, so if you have not been watching Basketball Wives, I'm sure even you have heard about the slap heard around the world when Jackie Christie slapped her daughter Chantel for disrespecting her. So let me tell y'all what happened. So Chantel is on Basketball Wives. That is Jackie's daughter. This is her first season. So Jackie and Chantel have issues. You can tell from the way Chantel responds to Jackie, it's some deep-rooted hurt there, okay? So what they tried to do was sit down and talk about their issues. But y'all already know how it goes on these reality shows. When they try to say, let's sit down and talk about it, it never goes well for the most part. So the conversation was already tense, but things went from 0 to 100 when Chantel pushed Jackie.
Right, and you think you look better? Do you think you look better? Do you think that you fixed the situation? Because you're sitting here looking stupid. Look how you look.
So that's when Jackie ended up trying to leave. She walked by Chantel and she rubbed her hand against her elbow. Now Chantel says Jackie hit her first, but she didn't hit her. Jackie walked past Chantel, and as she was walking past her, she took her hand and she rubbed Chantel's elbow or touched Chantel's elbow. Then when she did that, Chantel shoved her mom against the wall, and that's when Jackie came back and slapped her. Now Chantel did respond because, as you can imagine, a lot of people have been coming down on her for pushing her mom, but she posted on her IG stories, "I'll start by saying if you never dealt with a toxic mother, then you truly have no idea what it feels like. As painful as it's been to watch these moments of my life play out on TV, I know my younger self is proud of the woman who finally stood up for herself. The truth is, this dynamic isn't rare. It happens in more families than we'll like to admit. Narcissism, jealousy, lies, lack of accountability, gaslighting, abuse, hiding, assault. We're just taught to keep it in the house and suffer in silence. I chose to break that cycle. What you witnessed was a masterclass in narcissism. Someone lighting the fire behind the scenes, then walking away so you look like an arsonist. I know what really happened on and off camera all season long. So no, the internet cannot bully me into submission. Y'all know the TV character. I know the mother. She touched my arm. I pushed her off me. She swung, plain and simple. It's unfortunate things played out this way, and I wish it never happened. But if you knew our history, then you'll know this was a long time coming. I may not be proud of my choices this season, but I'm also not ashamed. This is my real life, and I doubt anyone judging me lives a perfect life. I see the hate mail, I see the judgment, but I also see all the messages that say, I've dealt with this too. This reminds me so much of my situation. To those of you with heart and understanding, I see you. To those of you who've met me with threats, vile statements, and extreme judgment, may you never understand my plight. Celebrating my darkest moments says more about you than it ever will about me. I've always been misunderstood, and this chapter of my life is no different. But I will answer to God, not imperfect strangers who've never walked a step in my shoes. I will keep my head up and my peace and focus as I continue to grow as a mother, a wife, and a woman. So just a quick backstory from episode 1, Chantel has been telling the other ladies that Jackie is controlling, emotionally unavailable, and get this, she's been accusing her of showing favoritism between her and her sister Takari. Now Jackie, being Jackie, has been trying to avoid these confrontations all season. The other ladies kept calling her out for walking away every time Chantel brought up their issues. Now Jackie kept saying she'd rather remove herself than have another blow up. And Chantel has even told the cast members she doesn't even want Jackie around her children. Now when your daughter is saying that she doesn't want you around her kids, y'all know that relationship is very toxic. Now Chantel has been trying to set boundaries all season, talking about emotional unavailability, favoritism, feeling like Jackie creates competition between her and her father. These are real family issues, and Jackie's been avoiding these conversations instead of addressing them. And when you don't deal with family trauma, it just builds up until it explodes. But this is my take on everything. First of all, Chantel should not have put her hands on her mama, okay? I don't care how mad you are, you don't push your parent. But let's be real, this is so much deeper than just reality TV drama. We're watching years of family dysfunction explode on screen. Now, I know a lot of mothers are not going to want to hear what I have to say, but we have to be real about the situation. Jackie is just reaping what she sowed. Now, I'm not talking about her daughter putting her hands on her. I'm talking about their all-around relationship. Chantel's anger and rage is not from a daughter who got loved properly growing up. I mean, that anger, that rage, that is years and years and years of trauma from Jackie, from her growing up as a little girl. A daughter who was loved properly by their mother does not act like that. Again, that is trauma, and I think Chantel and Jackie need to get help. No, I don't agree with her disrespecting her mom, but at the end of the day, like I said, Jackie is just facing the seed that she sowed all those years. And I feel like in the Black community, we have that really bad. You will have a mother who wasn't a mother. You have a mother who maybe didn't love her kids. The kids grow up and they're angry. But everyone just looks at the result of the seed that was sown, not the person who sowed it. And I feel like in our community, sometimes as mothers, we have to own up to the trauma we caused our own kids. And granted, a lot of mothers are coming from a hurt place themselves, because a lot of this is just patterns learned or just hurt passed on from generations. But we have to stop covering the trauma as she did the best she could do. Because guess what? You traumatize your kids and you wonder why your children don't want anything to do with you or why they don't respect you. And I feel like that is what's going on with Jackie. Now, again, I don't agree with Chantel disrespecting her mother. But at the same time, I see the trauma because I see it all the time in my community. But when you sit down with these traumatized adults and they explain to you what was going on with their relationship with their mother, then you understand that all that rage and anger is really still that hurt little kid that wants to be loved by their mother properly. That's all this is. So at the end of the day, I really hope that Chantel and Jackie can get on one accord, that they can heal, because you cannot tell me if Chantel is holding that much hate and anger towards her mother, that is not affecting her everyday life. So I really hope that these two can heal. And Chantel, girl, keep your hands to yourself, okay? Both ladies. But y'all let me know, what is your opinion about this situation in the comments? People are torn. A lot of people just feel like Chantel is a disrespectful brat. But y'all let me know what you feel in the comments. That's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
My thing is, if you hate your mother so much, if she's giving you the opportunity to express why you have so much disdain for her, why not just say it? Jackie literally asking Chantel, what's the issue? What's the problem? Chantel not talking about nothing. And then when she does talk about something, it's about Brandy. That's not why you hate your mama, girl. You been hated your mama. And with the fact that she can't articulate what the issue is, and then the fact that she's been provoking Jackie literally all season, it gives that she's just trying to have an issue with her for the cameras. And regardless of how Chantel may feel about Jackie not trying to argue with her daughter on national television. That's why she walks away every single time, but Chantel provokes the ish out of her. No one is dismissing whatever childhood trauma Jackie placed on her kids because we've heard the stories. But what's the point of coming on her show just to berate her and disrespect her? Like, you look crazy, Chantel. That's why nobody's mad that she slapped the ish out of you. If anything, it took her too long. You been deserved that. Because first of all, Chantel put her hands on Jackie first. Jackie was just reacting. Second, all Chantel did was antagonize Jackie. The fact that she came back upstairs just to tell her that we're not going to move forward. What productive conversation is that? Ain't none. You just trying to argue. Jackie tells Chantel to leave the room to try to de-escalate the situation, and all Chantel wants is confrontation. She refuses to leave the room. Like, what else is Jackie supposed to do? Chantel was talking to her mother like she was a random bitch from the street, like as if she wasn't her mom. As soon as Jackie defends herself after Chantel put her hands on her, then, oh, you a bitch, your husband gonna leave you. Mind you, her dad. Her husband is literally her dad. Why would you want that? I understand Jackie may have been a horrible mother to Chantel, and we definitely know about how she was to Takari, but we didn't see that. The audience didn't see that. What the audience is now seeing is you coming on her platform and making yourself look crazy by disrespecting her constantly, but not saying the issue as to why. Get Chantel off the show. I was happy that Jackie, she needed that.
Jackie was provoked. I feel like, so what? Girl, I don't care. I don't care. If you really love your kid, there needs to be a moment where you actually are the adult and you accept the fact that they're hurt and how they're responding is out of pain. And so instead of trying to react to them in the same way, responding with anger and violence, as the elder person, I don't know, maybe it would behoove you to be mature about it at some point. And I feel like y'all not asking for Jackie Christie 60-year-old ass to act like a grown-ass woman at any point is really sad. And that's why there are so many older women that don't gain any real wisdom with their age, because the maturity is never expected. The maturity is never, like, at the end of the day, there should have been some old lady sitting under a tree that said, Jackie, now I know you feel like that child was wrong. And she was. But bitch, you are the reason why. And if you don't do better, you can't expect the person that you barely raised to do better. You have to be the example because you're the mother. You have to put your ego aside and be vulnerable and be emotionally honest, even if it means embarrassing yourself on television so that your daughter will know that you're willing to make a sacrifice for her. Y'all don't be ready to have those conversations about how actual grown-ass people should be showing up for their kids when they fucked up, which means vulnerable, apologetic, honest, not getting caught up and feeling disrespected and all this bullshit. Like, actually be the adult. I know that's too much to expect. I know. But I think it's weird for y'all to expect more maturity from Chantel than y'all do from Jackie Christie. And that's just on God. I don't really, I can't go no further than that because at the end of the day, I'm not reviewing that whack ass show. I'm not reviewing that way.
So honestly, I do believe the things that Chantel is saying, but my whole thing is, if this is true, I just still don't understand the point of coming on here to be next to your mother. That's the whole thing. So if this is all true, I would just want to be away from her. I would not come, like I said, to my mom's jobs to work with her. That's the part that I just don't understand. But I do believe the things she says about Jackie, because we've seen a lot of Jackie behaviors play out on TV. But like I said, I wouldn't be near her if this was true. And I'm never going to come on TV and disrespect my mom.
I don't care how right you are. If you put your hands on your mama, you put your hands on your mama. I just watched I watched the episode with Jackie and her daughter. Like, I'm mortified. I'm mortified. And then y'all had the audacity to question Jackie's parenting and mothering skills. Do you see what she's dealing with? Do you see the type of daughter she ain't got nothing but lip. All she do is, she is so disrespectful. I need all of y'all from Basketball Wives to go and publicly apologize to Jackie because the disrespect Chantel had for her mother. And then on national TV, you walking up on your mama like she's a girl, like she one of your homegirls. You pressing her. You pushed her. I would be 6 feet under. My husband would disown me, let alone my family. If you put your hands on your mama. Like, you are so disrespectful. It is so disgusting to watch. There's no parenting that girl because she doesn't think that there's anything wrong with her behavior. She thinks that her mama is the problem and not her. And she's so she's so like opinionated. She's always got something to say. She don't know how to close her mouth. You have no respect for your mother. I don't care how much I disagree with my mom. I will never step to her. I will never put my hands on her. I've never seen such disrespect in my life. Like I've truly never. And then the way she's talking to her is like mind blowing. No wonder why Jackie got so many problems with her. She can't get a word in. She can't get a word in. And then you did it on national TV. You did this on national TV and you thought you ate that. You thought you ate that. You thought you were right. Whole time you so goddamn ungrateful and disrespectful and rude as hell to your fucking mother. Like, I don't care how much you and your mother disagree. Like, she birthed you. You came out of her vagina. She birthed you. She raised you. She got you on the show. You wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for Jackie. You have to pipe the fuck down.